Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Cause number 85, the state of James Robert Jackson.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Where are you? I see Vaughn. Okay. Yes, sir. You may proceed. Sorry, there's too many little
The guy with the
screens on.
shiny head.
Yeah.
All right. State your name for the court.
William Robert Jackson,
And what was your relationship to the decedent James Robert Jackson?
son.
And your dad passed away in November of 28. I'm sorry, he passed away in March of
August 26th.
August 26th of 2018. Is that right?
Correct.
And this court admitted his will to probate in November of 2018 and appointed your mom as independent executor. Is that correct?
Correct.
And your mom passed away in March 18th of last year. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yet there still remains a necessity for continued administration of your dad's estate. Is that correct?
Correct.
Your dad's will appointed you as successor, independent executor to serve without bond. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you are qualified to serve in that role and not disqualified, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, we're asking that the applicant be appointed as successor, independent executor without bond of the estate of James Robert Jackson.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate you getting us in.
Well,
Have a
good to
great
see you.
day.
Okay. All right, cause number 54, the state of Larry W. Wells.
Good morning, Your Honor. We're ready, and Gretchen Breen is here to give some testimony.
Good morning. You may proceed, Counsel.
Thank you. Gretchen, please state your name.
Gretchen Ray Breen.
And it correct that your stepfather, Larry W. Wells, died on April 19th, 2025 in Baytown, Chambers County at the age of 67, correct?
Correct.
And he was domiciled and resided in Chambers County at that time, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, and Your Honor, it should have his will on file.
Yes, ma'am. I have his will in front of me.
All right, and Gretchen, his will is dated February 4, 2029, and we filed that with the court. There's no reason that you know of that it being revoked, correct?
Correct.
And no child or children were born to him after the date of that will?
Correct.
And no marriage of his was dissolved after the date of the will, correct?
Yes.
A necessity does exist for the administration of the estate, correct?
Correct.
All right, and your stepfather's will names your mom, Cynthia, his surviving spouse, as the independent executor, but she has declined to serve, correct?
Correct.
And you're named as the successor executor. There's no reason that you would be disqualified from serving, correct?
Correct.
All right. Your Honor, we're asking that the will be admitted to probate and that Gretchen Breen be appointed as the independent executor to serve without bond, and the will provides that she would serve without bond. We don't have any assets that we think are of funny value and so we're asking for appraisers to be waived as well.
I think, just so the record's clear, I think you said February 4, 2029.
Oh, sorry,
On
2009.
the will is 2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Okay, then I hereby admit the will to probate authorized letters. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You did say 2029. That'd be hard to do. All right, cause number 60 is that of Stacy Marie Graham. Mr. McCall, good morning.
Ready for me to proceed?
You may proceed, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your name is Jody Lynn Miller McAdams, is that correct?
Correct.
And your sister was Stacy Marie Graham,
Correct.
and she passed away on May the 15th of this year.
Correct.
And you filed her will for probate, and you recognize this to be the copy of the original of her last will and testament,
Correct.
and you recognize her signature on the signature page here. You recognize that to be her signature?
I do.
And so far as you know, she never revoked that will?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, and she had her fixed place of residence in Chambers County on the date of her death?
Her whole life.
Okay, and she never had any children born to her, adopted to her after the date of the will?
No, sir.
She never got divorced after the date of the will?
Never married.
And she didn't leave anything to any charity or governmental entity in her will.
No, sir.
And the will named you to be the independent executor of her estate,
Yes, sir.
and you're not disqualified in any way.
No, sir.
And you're here today asking the court to approve your application and appoint you as an independent executor.
Yes, sir.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Hereby order the probating copy of the will and authorize letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
Cause number 62, the state of Calvin Semi Short. Mr. Mayo, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. It's a different Mr. Mayo today, and I'm borrowing his computer, so
Well,
I
the
didn't
picture,
change
yeah,
the
I was gonna
name.
say the picture showed your dad.
Yes, sir. I'm borrowing
Whichever-
his laptop.
Whichever Mr. Mayo's there may proceed.
All right. Our decedent, Calvin Semi Short, died on February 7th, 2025 in Wallaceville, Chambers County, Texas at the age of 73. So 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death. He was a resident of, had a domicile and fixed place of residence in Chambers County, Texas. The document on file dated February 5th, 1993, and I have a copy to look at here, which purports to be decedent's will, to my knowledge, was never revoked. A necessity exists for the administration of this estate. No children were born to or adopted by the decedent at the execution of this will. No marriage of the decedent was ever dissolved. Decedent's will does not name the state of Texas, an agency of the state, or a charitable organization as a devisee. And Linda Albritton Short, an executor named in decedent's will, is not a convicted felon, and she is qualified and not disqualified from accepting letters testamentary and is entitled by law to receive such letters. It's a non-taxable estate, and we ask that appraisers be waived and that you appoint our applicant as independent executor without bond.
Well done. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Call number 63, the state of Julia Turbyville.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Byron Barclay. How are you today?
Good, sir. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We've got one witness that I think is still trying to connect, but I'll call Mary Millard, Your Honor. I believe she's there under that name.
Ms. Millard, can you hear us?
Yes, I am here.
Can you turn the camera on, please?
Let me,
There you are. Perfect.
great.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Millard, would you state your name, please?
Mary Ellen Millard.
And you are the stepdaughter of the decedent, Julia Turbeville, is that right?
Correct.
And you knew the decedent more than 40 years, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In addition to helping her with a number of tasks, you helped pay her bills, and you had many occasions over those 40 years to receive handwritten notes and that sort of thing. Is that correct?
Yes.
From Miss Turbeville, I mean.
Yes, from Julia.
Okay. And you have seen the copy of her handwritten will dated September 21st, 2021. Is that right?
Yes.
And at the time she made that will, was she of sound mind and body, aware of what she owned and what she wanted to happen to her worldly possessions after she died?
Yes.
Did she have any children after she made this will?
After she made the will, no, sir.
Right. So no children were born after September 21st, 2021 or adopted by her. Is that correct?
Correct.
Given your review of the will and your familiarity with her handwriting, is there any question in your mind that she prepared this will that we filed with the court?
No.
And do you recognize that signature as hers?
Yes.
Your Honor, that's all the questions I have of this witness. Our next witness is Stephanie Turbeville. I believe it says iPhone 2 there.
Ms. Turbyville, you're muted.
Okay.
There
So
you
good
are.
now?
If you'll
Okay.
raise
Hi.
if you'll raise your right hand, please.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You go-
Would you state your name for the record, please?
Stephanie Turbeville.
Yes, ma'am. And your maiden name was Graham, is that right?
Yes, yes.
And you were married to the decedent's son, Ed Turbeville, for 20 plus years, is that right?
30 years.
30 years. Thank you. Thank you. Um, over the 30 years, I presume you had time to occasion to interact with the decedent, Miss Turbeville, receive birthday cards and letters and those sorts of things. Is that right?
Yes,
And you've seen the copy of her will that we filed with the court dated September 21st, 2021. Is that right?
yes,
And do you recognize that to be wholly in her handwriting?
yes,
And you recognize her signature at the bottom of the will dated September 21st, 2021.
yes,
You're not receiving any compensation for your testimony today. Is that right?
yes.
That's correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And after she made this will, Ms. Turveyville, your mother-in-law, she did not adopt any other children or take or have any children, did she?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, that's all I have from these witnesses. I'd like to present the testimony of the applicant, Glenn Turbeville, please.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Glenn, would you state your name for the
David,
record?
Mr. Turbeville, can you turn the camera on, please?
Miss
There,
Turbeville?
no, Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Turbeville. All
Oh,
right. Now you may
Glenn,
proceed, Counselor.
thank you.
Glenn Martin Turbyville.
Glenn Martin Turbeville, and you're the applicant in this matter, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your mother died, Julia Turbeville died on May 26, 2025 at the Harbor House Hospice in Beaumont, Jefferson County at the age of 89 years old. Is that correct, Mr. Turbeville?
That is correct.
Last three numbers of her social are 181 and her driver's license was 111. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
She owned personal property and real estate in Chambers County on the date of her death. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And you presented a copy of her handwritten will, which I've filed with the court, dated September 21st, 2021. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You've heard the testimony of your stepsister and your former sister-in-law, Mary Millard and Stephanie Graham Turbeville. Do you have any dispute with their testimony regarding the handwriting and the signature on this will?
No, I don't.
You had occasion prior to your mother's death to discuss this will with her. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And her expectation, as indicated in the will, was that you would be the executor and manage these affairs after her death. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Your mother had one child, Edward Harold Turbeville, who died in 2008. Is that correct?
huh?
That's correct.
He was your half brother. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, and I said to you, I misspoke. Ms. Graham, he died January of 2021, correct?
Yes.
Is that correct, Mr. Turbeville?
Yes, correct.
Okay, I apologize. It was his father that died back in 2008. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And then your mother, the decedent, had you on April 1st, 1960. Is that right?
That's correct.
And your father died August 11th, 1981, correct?
That's correct.
You and your sister-in-law's husband, Edward, were the only children of your mother. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And there are no other heirs given that your half-brother passed away in 2021, correct?
Correct.
No charity is named in this will or institution of higher learning, correct?
That's correct.
She did not bequeath anything to the state or governmental agency, correct?
That's correct.
The will is wholly in her handwriting and signed by her, leaving everything to you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you have no impediment to serving as the executor for this estate. You've never been convicted of a felony or any crime of moral turpitude, correct?
That is correct.
And you're asking the court to admit this will of your mother into probate at this time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Your Honor, we'd ask the court to admit the handwritten will and testament of Julia Turbeville dated September 21st, 2021, which has been filed with the court on June 11th, 2025. And appoint Mr. Turbeville as independent executor without bond.
So done, Counselor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Your
Thank you.
Honor.
All right. Cause number 64, the state of Harry Harmon.
Good morning, Your
Brinkley.
Honor. Good morning,
Good
Your Honor.
morning. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I'm here with Ann Guillory and Lisa Skinner. I need them to put their cameras. I see Lisa there. Ann, can you get your camera going? There we go. Very good. All right, Judge, I'm going to have both Ann and Lisa testify.
Okay. Have we sworn you ladies in?
I believe Lisa, but not.
Okay. We'll go ahead and swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll
All
start
right.
with,
You can put your hand down. You proceed, Counselor.
thank you, Judge. I'll start with Ann Guillory. Miss Guillory, we're here today to probate the last will and testament of Harry Harmon, also known as Harry Lee Harmon. Have you seen that document? We can't hear you.
You're muted, ma'am. You're still muted.
You said Ann, not Lisa. I'm Lisa.
I was talking to Ann, and I was trying to get her.
Okay. You're unmuted now.
Okay,
thank
Ann,
you. Sorry
the
about that.
last will and testament of Harry Harmon. You've seen that document?
Yes, I have.
Okay, you're familiar with Harry's signature, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. The will that we provided to the court that is signed by Harry, do you purport that to be his last will and testament?
Yes, sir.
That document was never superseded or revoked, is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, Harry died on July the 16th, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Was he 70 years old at the time of his death?
Yes, sir, he was.
And did he have a place, did he reside in Chambers County on the day that he died?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The reason that we're asking the court to probate this will and to appoint you and Lisa as the executors is because we have some estate administration that needs to be taken care of that requires us to go through this probate. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we look at that will, we're not going to find a state, a government agency, or a charitable organization named in that will. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Also, after the date the will was made, there were no children born to or adopted by Harry. Isn't that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And no marriage was ever dissolved after he made the will. Is that correct as well?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Now, you realize the will is named you and Lisa to serve as independent co-executrixes, and you've never been accused of a crime or committed a felony, and there's no reason why you could not serve in this capacity. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay. Judge, I have no further questions for this witness. I would like to talk to Lisa Skinner now.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Skinner, you've heard the testimony of Ann. Do you agree with all the facts that she stated about the date of death and the age, et cetera?
That's correct. Yes.
Also, you have also seen the Harry's will. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And the will that you've seen, the one that we have given to the judge, that is in fact his last will and testament?
Yes, it is.
And it's never, you don't know of any time that he has revoked that will or replaced it with another will. Isn't that
No.
correct? Okay. And do you also feel like you have the capacity to serve and that there's no impediments to you serving in the capacity as a co-executor of this estate?
Correct.
Okay. Judge, we're going to ask that you appoint these two ladies to serve as co-independent executors of the estate, to serve without bond and without appraisal.
None. Thank you, Counselor. You ladies have a good day.
Thank you,
You
you
too.
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cause number 65, the state of James Harmeyer.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lloyd. You may proceed, Counselor.
Calling Christopher Stanley to testify. Chris, could you please state your full name for the court?
Sure, Christopher Steele Stanley.
And how did you know Mr. James E. Harmeyer?
Longtime family friend. He was my dad's boss for 40 years, and I've known him since I was like 8 years old.
Is it true that Mr. Harmeyer passed away on May 18th, 2025 in Baytown, Texas at the age of 82 years?
That's correct.
And at the time of his passing, Mr. Harmeyer was a resident of Chambers County. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
4 years have not elapsed since Mr. Harmeyer's passing. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. You have a copy of the document in front of you purported to be the last will of Mr. Harmeyer. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, I do.
All right. And Mr. Harmeyer, he talked to you about legal and matters and things of that nature. And so he never spoke to you that this document had ever been revoked or superseded. Is that correct?
No, that's correct.
All right. And no children were born to or adopted by Mr. Harmeyer after the date of this will. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Mr. Harmeyer was not married or divorced after making this will in 2020. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is it true that a necessity exists for the administration of Mr. Harmeyer's estate?
Yes.
All right. Article 6 of the will appoints Gloria Bashram Nayland to serve as independent executor. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
However, Ms. Bashram has declined to serve in that capacity and has filed a declination or has signed a declination to serve that we have filed with the court. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
And that same article of the will appoints you, Christopher Steele Stanley, as the successor executor to serve without bond. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And it is true that you are qualified and not disqualified to serve as independent executor and accept letters testamentary. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you are actually a licensed attorney in the state of Texas. Is that correct?
I am.
All right. And you are requesting that this court waive the appointment of appraisers as part of Mr. Harmeyer's estate. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Mr. Harmeyer's estate is not projected to be subject to United States estate tax. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. And neither the state of Texas nor any charity or governmental organization is named as a devisee under the will. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, Your Honor, at this time we ask that you admit the will of James E. Harmeyer to probate, name Christopher Steele Stanley as independent executor, and waive the requirement of bond and the appointment of appraisers, please.
So done. Thank you, Counselor.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you guys have a good day. We're adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.